Killer Cam.
Cameron versus the JBP network or the Joe Budden podcast, and specifically Melyssa Ford. But I mean, since the last episode, several back and forths has happened. Melyssa Ford got on the Joe Budden podcast, and after Cameron and them told their story about them going to a hoe house, rescuing a girl for the night
while they were underage.
Melyssa Ford decided to add in that extra sauce of
a little QAnon.
Yeah, maybe they were being trafficked and blah, blah, adding crazy just extra sauce to it, right?
She had a woman's imagination.
Pretty much, yeah, like the worst possible scenario outside of like the lighthearted nature that the story was originally told in. She put a serious
connotation.
Yeah, she put a heavy cloud over it.
Cam would say a hoe's perspective.
That is what Cam would say. Yeah,
so he probably put silly in front of the hoe though.
Yeah, fact. So, Cameron's first his official clapback was he warned them on the it is what it is, and it was like the warning was real light, like it was really light to where people thought he wasn't gonna go in at all or be petty like he typically is. But then he got on Instagram Live and put a bandana on with the white tee.
Yeah.
And he gave us he gave us a Killer Cam response pretty much. And I'm just gonna say the camera response I thought was amazing.
I listened to it effortlessly.
I did too.
I was watching this and I was like,
all 33 minutes of it, I was like, this is it. This is the type of way I want to see Cameron respond.
And when he first responded, I didn't even think of it as like he didn't take a shot. It was just a light jab. You get what I mean? It wasn't even like he was playing defense or like he forgave the bitch.
You could tell he's being methodical about this shit. Like it was a few moments where he was like, should I drop that now? Nah, I'm gonna use that for the end game.
Yeah.
Like,
he even said it on the live, yo, this nigga's hilarious. He was like, the reason I'm doing this now because this is my work. This has nothing to do with my nigga Mate. Shout out to Mate. Shout out to It Is What It Is.
Shout out to Killer.
I was like, yo, I was
like, somewhere not giving a fuck.
I was like, but he knows how to separate his business from his, his other business.
That's a fact. Which was nice to see. So it was like maturity and immaturity in it, which is the perfect balance. Yeah. We need the yin with the yang. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Let's watch the Killer and Mace warning before we get into because the Mace warning was like, okay, I've never seen, or maybe I'm just. Mace was popping and I was still young. So like I don't know adult Mace. Like I don't with adult brain AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still a kid when Mace was that nigga for real. You know what I'm saying? Even though I listened to Mace music, he wasn't, I wasn't.
He didn't register as that icon that niggas know him as. Yeah, dad knew him as.
Exactly. Or my cousins type shit. But it's like with this, the way he responded, like the way he kept stressing how much he doesn't give a fuck. And the way Cameron kept stressing, he don't give a fuck. I said, damn, is there a side of Mace that I haven't, I'm not familiar with yet? You know what I'm saying? Like
they called him Murder as his nickname.
Right.
What Murder at?
Murder Mace.
I can't stress how much I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
But that's satirical. You get what I'm saying? Because he know what Cam know. And probably more.
They're on the same page. These niggas known each other since like middle school, bro.
I think he said
like elementary type shit.
Yeah.
They talked about.
And then they hated each other. Now they love. So they had a whole like. You know what I mean?
Anytime you fall out with a nigga and then reconnect, like y'all friendship is deep, nigga.
Sure.
Like that shit, nobody can shake that shit. We already fell out, my nigga.
Sure.
There's no more falling out at this point.
You battle tested.
Two Harlem niggas.
Yeah, and two Harlem niggas. But yeah, let's watch.
Harlem niggas fall out. So
way serious. Look, we're just here to tell the truth. We're not into anything illegal. So you can stop trying to put that together. Let me put you together right quick. Don't ever come for me and Killer ever in your in your mother's life, nigga. This is not what you want.
I promise you all the comments say, ooh. It's like, you picked the wrong people to fuck with.
You picked the wrong one. Because I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much.
Yo, because I'm gonna be honest with you,
and he's more pettier than I am.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Only reason and if need be, we will revisit this. If need be,
we can revisit it.
Yeah, but the whole thing, this is screaming desperate and attention. Like, yo, it really is. So I'm not going. But if need, nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, because niggas is looking for us on
We
this.
have never, ever tried to take nothing from nobody.
Secondly,
We only like people that
we
love
have a
us
whole-
more than
we have a whole
we
se-
love
we have a whole
ourselves.
segment on that. Secondly,
That was a
who
real
was
bar.
looking out for us?
We only love people that love us more than
we
we love
were young.
ourselves.
Yeah, who was looking out for us when we was? Listen, man, we ain't gonna give it no attention, but tread lightly. Be careful.
Lightly.
Because I tell you one thing, I know a lot of
We were
people are
snipers
ice.
and sharpshooters.
Snipers, sharpshooters, and I know people are ice. I have you escorted back up across the border. Be careful. Be careful. And it screams desperation.
Hey,
but we'll
nigga Cam
get
said
a
he'll
petition to
separate
get
the
you out the
family at that
country.
wall.
Cut it out.
I was gonna let you stay, but Killer wasn't
Nah,
gonna
I'll
let
get out
you
the damn country. I'll make 2
Hey,
calls,
shit
man. But I was looking back to Dirt.
Everybody seemed busy.
This long ass video.
Yeah, everybody seemed too busy. I thought it was shorter. Yeah, it was about a
Minute and 57.
yeah. Oh, about 2 minutes. But yeah,
Shit.
so
But-
that was the original.
Yeah.
That was the warning shot. But then now let's look at the what?
Nah, I mean, overall, though,
It's nothing. It's nothing.
what did y'all think about, like, did y'all think he overreacted?
Who Cam?
That was the main consensus with the second, like the real one. You get
So
what I mean?
yeah, with the real reaction. So it's kind of hard to tell because it's kind of hard for me to say if he overreacted or not. And the
Because
reason,
how much,
Yeah.
like, what is the true definition of grace? You get what I'm saying?
right?
Like,
with an
what
allegation
level?
like that,
You get what I'm saying? Like, at what point do you be like, fuck it?
and on top, see,
I'm gonna throw my bandana on.
But like that's one of them rumors that you gotta nip in the bud immediately. Like you can't just
As a
have
man,
that out
you do.
on you.
Yeah,
well,
you
that's
do.
the. I think that's
But
the. I
that's
think
what
that's
I'm
like
saying,
the biggest
grace.
conversation surrounding this whole thing is like. I want to talk about M4 in general, just because it's like
When did we start calling it that?
That's what they call it.
I don't know when they said. I'm
been
literally
calling
going
that
off
for a
of
minute.
Reddit. I don't know why. I don't know.
Ford, like M4.
Oh, that makes okay. Forward. Okay, I
Yeah,
get you.
yeah.
But I don't know because
I think
there's
that's what it is.
There's a large majority of niggas who like, if you have ever sold pussy, you can never say anything about me. You type shit like they'll literally just like stick on that point. It's like, how
Yeah.
dare you talk to me, bitch? You sold pussy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. That's the feeling that I got from Cameron in his response, where he was like,
You
I'm
a video vixen.
He's
bitch.
like, he's like, you're a video vixen and possibly a fucking escort. I didn't even
No,
go there.
Not even possibly. He kind of went there.
No, he did. And then, like the way he did it was, I didn't even talk about you selling your ass for $2,000 to Ice-T. Like he like,
But I could
Yeah.
have did that.
which is a crazy thing.
You
to
know what?
Like
It's like
putting,
a weird way to put it out there.
putting the business out there without
And-
saying I'm going into detail.
and what's
That's how 50
crazy-
Cent would do it.
Yeah,
And
for
like
real.
in my head, I don't know if I'm fucked up. Like Ice-T is the weirdest part about that shit. Like Ice-T, like how the fuck did that happen? Like it was
Yeah,
Ice-T.
it is because
That's like fucking Flavor Flav,
because
right?
he's not really because
Nah,
he's
it's
always
not.
had coke.
That's kind of it.
yeah.
not as bad.
not the same.
Because Flavor
Just
Flav
as a
Flavor-
figure.
what do you mean?
Just as a figure,
Time
like
period-ish.
Like how the fuck? Like when?
It is
How?
the most
Early 2000s, right?
It is the most random name to say.
Like
period.
Ice-T.
Like,
You
Combination. You
You
just don't
fucked
think it would've
Ice-T
came
for
up.
$2,000.
if he said Nelly, I'd just be like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
There's some-
right.
$2,000.
Ja Rule, all these names would have just been, but the Ice-T part was like,
But-
and that's the crazy thing. Ice-T name never, I feel like it was never trending after he said his name.
It was not.
And before we continue, can we Google Melyssa Ford in 2000? That's what year you said it kind of took place?
Early 2000 had to.
Because
let's look at this
that was pretty
because-
much when she was popping.
Ice-T had a lot more money than $2,000, and I feel like if I had his money, I might have given the bitch a little bit more.
You would have paid for
Not
it?
the bitch, Melyssa.
Melyssa, yeah, let's be respectful.
You would pay to
man.
have sex with a video vixen?
I mean,
She was a big.
She was the
Melyssa.
hottest. She was the hottest thing.
she wasn't.
But you would pay for it?
I mean, if I'm
I
Ice-T,
don't know. So I don't know. See,
Hell.
everything
I'm
about
Ice-T.
it. I don't know,
You're
bro.
Ice-T.
I don't know, bro.
I'm Ice-T. I should
Bro,
just
at
get
this point,
the case is closed.
Okay, real quick, because Ice-T is like 60 now, bro. Like so that means he was like 40 back then. Like this is like 20 years ago type shit. Like Ice-T is an old nigga, bro. Like he's not
Ice-T.
young.
The game has kept him young, but he's an old man.
He's 65 now, so let's say he was fucking 45
Fuck it.
back then.
That's what I'm saying.
45-year-old niggas pop pussy shamelessly. That's
42.
Trick a little
that's
bit.
nothing.
That's not even tricking for. It's $2,000.
And exactly.
So there's an age limit on tricking.
I don't think there's an age limit on tricking, but I
Justin.
definitely think there's an age when nobody gives a fuck tricking is just like whatever, or buying pussy is just whatever.
You know
like,
how
40 plus.
You know how,
especially because Ice-T been in the game since the nigga was like 20. So we're talking like 25 years in his career already.
And
so
certain niggas, I mean, look, certain niggas just get that grace. Future, he can rap on songs about tricking on a whole album.
That's
but
true.
like he just gets that grace.
Yeah.
So and you know, Ice-T is up there. We just got to let him have it. Let him trick a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
let's watch Cameron's response real quick, just so we can
Not
just.
very pimpish.
How long is this video?
Queen's
6
flip.
minutes.
Oh, pause real quick. It's important to note that he does have a bandana tied, and before he started talking, he was listening to Hit Him Up.
He was.
He was most definitely listening to Tupac Hit Him Up.
Okay, so because when I watched the video on YouTube, they didn't have the music part.
There's
in
a
there.
longer version.
Yeah, because there's 33 minutes on YouTube, but at the same time, you can't allow music on there. So that's probably they cropped it off of that.
And the
probably.
bandana was already on. He didn't like put that on during the live. It was already on.
Yep.
I just think the imagery of this whole thing is spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga is really chilling. The bandana is OD, but that's what we want to see from Cameron. He's probably got an expensive watch on.
But it does.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Gas station T-shirt.
This
Yeah,
image
you know what I'm
does
saying?
Perfect though.
This image does tell like just a lot.
It tells a great story.
Because it's like, you know, the white shirt is heavenly. He's chilling, but like the bandana, like that shit just brings it to another level.
It
like,
does, bro. Yeah.
That's just the yin and the yang.
And he said he didn't want to do it on his show, but he is doing live from his show page. Does that make a difference? Should he have done it live from his own page?
This is the It Is What It Is Instagram page.
That's what it says up here.
That
Yeah.
does muddy the waters a little bit.
Does it muddy the waters a little bit?
He
It does
wasn't-
a little bit. He should have went live on his page.
because of
Right.
what, and that's his fault because of what he said. I don't want to
Right.
cross-pollinate
And
these.
you know, like he was probably a little emotional. He forgot to double click his little profile shit to switch it. So you know,
Cam
you
is
gotta-
still like 40, 50 something years old. Like, you know,
yeah.
I was thinking that too. I was like, maybe he didn't even realize what page
he
was
don't even
live
know
on.
what he's doing.
And
Probably.
he took accountability. So
Yeah.
I think he knew what page he was on, but that's just me.
Yeah, hit player.
He might have just said, "Fuck it, it is what it is."
This is when he addresses.
Nobody gonna help ML4.
Queen's
Nobody gonna help ML4.
Yeah, skip forward because this is like. the
Now
whole
this
9 minutes.
nigga here. Now,
Nah, I think
man,
it's
all
good.
this shit just because I thought I liked the nigga. I thought he was kind of funny, so I'm trying to help the
This
nigga
is all,
out.
yeah, keep going.
Now my favor may have been a little extreme,
Still Queens.
given,
Yeah, just go straight to the middle.
but that's it. Nobody got Melyssa Ford back on this. You gonna let her stay on this? Yo, bro, have her back in what? First of all, let me tell y'all for people who didn't see it. I'm just gonna tell y'all. So let's break this down A to Z, real
All right,
real
go to like
fast.
three quarters.
Accuse us of fucking with young people, which you have no motherfucking
What
proof
we
or
looking for
anything like that,
specifically?
which we don't even fuck with
I
anybody
just
else.
want to hear when he said the thing about M4.
So keep going further out.
Yeah, keep going further out because he's about to recap the whole thing. We don't need to hear the whole thing. No, way further.
For you accuse us of some
You said what?
Further. You're right there.
it's too like murders on some no murder may be from the 80s. Not fucking murder might
No,
be
fuck it.
mid 80s, nigga.
Yeah, this is too much. I don't know because I don't know exactly where.
What
it's
are we
at.
looking for again, though?
you're looking for the
I
spot.
might be able to paraphrase it because I watched the shit.
It's
We
near
all
the
watched
end.
it. It was when the nigga said, "I didn't even bring up the part where you was fucking for $2,000." It was that part. It was the part that we
Yeah,
want.
we all seen that. We all seen that shit.
Yeah.
It was near the end, but like, yeah, it was very dramatic. It wasn't like, I mean, nigga, you might just.
Anyway,
Is that big of a
Lonely
bomb
Queens
to
flip
drop,
yo,
though?
that's some bullshit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
You
I'm gonna
think
leave
so?
that at that,
Like,
my nigga. I'm
you
gonna
gotta
leave
think,
that.
right? She was a video vixen. What
No, no.
expectations did we have for her? Like, selling pussy is nothing.
I think it's the biggest bomb to drop because that's the only thing that they didn't mention on the Joe Budden podcast. That's the only thing
Yeah.
they didn't refute.
They probably didn't have a receipt.
Or the receipts. The whole thing is fucking crazy because on the Joe Budden podcast, that was the one thing that they didn't refute. And even when Joe's clapback, he was
He was like, nigga,
said-
don't ever call my homegirl a cheap hooker.
Yeah, he was because he first said, "I see you niggas liking the $2,000 prostitute, the $200 or the cheap prostitutes on the gram,
Cheap escorts.
the cheap escorts." And then Cameron put on his story. He said, "Oh, so she's an expensive one?" Like
That's better, right?
yeah, but it's like it's solidifying.
Yeah,
It does, and I don't think that they Has anybody ever tried to deny these allegations?
No, there's been no denial.
Okay, so yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it was the biggest part.
And it's crazy because it's like I had like no idea. You know what I mean? Like
me neither.
It's just like I guess it just was no rumors going around like about hey, Melyssa Ford was fucking in the bathroom.
It's probably not that big of news.
I think this is the biggest thing too. I think any video vixen from back in the day is suffering from the same thing that gangsters suffer from, where
statute of limitations ain't up.
Yeah, a lot of their gangster shit wasn't built for the internet. And so when it gets brought to the internet in 2023, it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like a gangster getting online talking about I shot this nigga back then, or we was doing this and name dropping niggas. It's like their shit is a little bit crazier because it's like statute of limitations might not be up depending on what they say.
Yeah.
But like for a woman, all the video vixens, it could have been common knowledge that they all fucked for a minimum of 2,000 to a max of 10. But it wasn't on the internet.
But what if this was like holding her back from like really conversating and like really bringing herself out because she knew about her past? Imagine like she might not ever bring up a smart point again because she fucked for $2,000 in a bathroom one day.
But she's free now. It's out.
I look at it as a freeing moment.
Like now you can pop all that shit.
But she's not even that type of girl to like live in her freedom like that.
She's not.
And she's 40.
And that's,
maybe.
I don't know.
That's probably because she
still look good.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the biggest
thing.
thing.
She still worth 2,000. Never mind.
That's crazy. This is the biggest thing about
she's worth more, man. She's a black queen.
That's the biggest thing about like the M4 people's critique with her is that like she doesn't have hard points. It's like she's not standing out enough on the show.
But you got to think
that's one of the biggest things.
She got 20 years of just looking good on camera though. That's her training. That's her background.
Oh yeah,
that's what she probably resorts to.
Yeah, but on a podcast, looking good doesn't do it all on the podcast.
I'm not saying that that's what she should be doing. I'm just saying that's probably what's happening.
See, I think this is I looked at it as a freeing moment. See, because it was like Joe kind of like didn't deny it, and then it kind of made it weird when he said
he didn't deny it.
When he said she didn't deny it either. Yeah. But it just made it weird when he said y'all be liking the cheap prostitutes.
Yeah, I see what y'all like. Like I watch. Like I see what y'all niggas like.
It's almost
so that was weird.
Like,
so it's
he didn't try to even save her necessarily.
Right. He kind of he locked it in.
But he
stood with her.
But he probably I don't know if he did the right thing because that's not something you could just shoo off. Especially because Melyssa Ford, she's not the type of girl to be like, nigga, you got me fucked up. She's not the type of bitch to even really do that.
That's
but this isn't even
this
isn't even a situation where she could do that. You have to accept that you were wrong in this.
No, you can't.
A black woman doesn't have to accept what she doesn't want.
I'm just saying, in this moment, you jumped out the window and said something you shouldn't have said. So Melyssa Ford.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, how could she even? She kind of has to take what comes with that a little bit.
No, literally, like
you know what I'm saying?
No. This is the price of playing the game.
Some of it.
You're using logic,
for sure.
Tony.
You can't be a whore and then accuse me of being can we even say that word?
A predator.
Let's just
say a predator.
And then not have me talk about you being a slut. I think that's fair.
That is fair.
It's not
I'm
about
gonna fight false allegations with the truth.
Or it could be false because nobody knows. We don't. It's still allegations. We don't know.
About what?
About her selling the coochie.
Oh yeah,
like
but
we still don't know that. So it's like that's still some shit that's like alleged.
I think we know now.
I don't think we know. We don't know.
I think we know.
No, we don't. We can't. You can't say you know to avoid the lawsuit.
I don't know nothing.
Unless one of the two parties say
confirm
it, or somebody that was there is like, I saw it with my two eyes. Then we put all the blame on that nigga.
Right.
And then we escape all lawsuits. Then we go down the law.
Then we go down, yeah. We can jump out the window.
Only reason I say we know is because of the lack of denial.
We can feel like that.
Speculation.
Yeah, we can speculate. We can speculate.
The crystal ball says she might have sucked some balls for a couple dollars.
Right. But yeah, nobody gave a fuck about the iced tea part. I thought I did think that was interesting.
And I never thought about it until you said that.
Yeah, like I didn't see nobody talking about iced tea. Like nobody asked him. Coco didn't pop out.
They just kind of pressed it under the rug.
I wonder if his home is on fire right now.
That's what he's married. This nigga's been married to Coco for a minute, bro. It's like I ain't seen no Coco talk. I ain't seen Ice T say nothing. Nobody saying nothing. It's just Cameron's allowed to just say shit like this and nobody give a fuck. There's only one party responding.
And we don't know what type of like sports bar this happened at.
2002.
21 years they've been married.
Yeah, they've been married 21 years.
This allegedly could have happened in 2000 to 2001.
It had to have happened in the early 2000s.
So maybe that's why there's no home beef, because he didn't get married to Coco until 2002.
Yeah.
But
He probably knew
I
the
thought
bitch,
it was weird, but I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. In terms of responses, who got the upper hand? Who you think got the upper hand in this exchange?
It's not even a question. One party has the trump card in their deck right now.
I don't know. I think. Go ahead.
I think it's weird to say.
It's kind of a draw right now.
Cameron had game point. He was driving to the basket,
but he missed the shot.
But Joe Budden gave him a flagrant foul. Like, he just kind of shut the shit down.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
He was just
that's a
like,
good way to put it.
He just shut it down, like, in a weird way.
So you saying Cam is at the free throw? He got to hit the free throw now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's by himself shooting free throw.
He's got to hit it. That's what we waiting on.
He's tried. He already shot one. Like, nigga. So you saying the bitch is a
well, if it's a 2-shot free throw, that was a.
I mean, look, we going deep on the metaphor.
I was about to say, the metaphor doesn't really fucking matter.
He even did a flagrant foul.
He made the first basket.
The fact that he flagrant fouled to begin with, that's frustration. So now it's like, nigga, you're obviously losing.
It really wasn't a flagrant though. It was just a take foul.
Frustration.
Yeah.
Frustration. Look, emotion is going to be a part of the game, but it's knowing. Like, all right, this nigga got game point. He's gonna have to make it while being injured. If he has to really want this game.
Right.
Like, he's gonna have to really.
You sound
want
like the Detroit Pistons, nigga.
Hey, nigga, we did it.
Because he did say, because Joe did say some other shit that was like, I don't think you have time for any of the frivolous lawsuits for defamation. That was some player shit.
He was like, try it, nigga, because you don't have one.
Yeah, that was some player shit. Because it is hard to win a defamation suit. It sounded cool when Cameron said it, even though, like, even when Cameron said it, I was like, I'm sure you don't have a case.
Don't, bro.
But whatever. It sounds cool to say it in the middle of it.
Pause. I could be a sucker nigga and sue for defamation.
Yeah, it sounds cool to say, but you don't have a case, I'm sure.
And then with like saying like, yo, this nigga don't even have the case. He damn near said he don't have the funds to fund the case.
That was crazy.
Because he was like, nigga, you don't have the infrastructure to even like push it along to where like even maybe you might get something, but
even
probably
if you had
not.
if you had a case, you can't afford.
You can't afford to keep that shit going for even like 6 months.
Yeah,
because that's what the
real bill is.
That's what the Fortune 500 companies do. Like they have money to waste. They know this lawsuit will never end.
They can afford to be petty.
They can literally afford to be petty for 5 to 10 years just to keep the shit rolling
and somehow write that shit off.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But that was just beef.
Yeah, figure out a way to wipe it off and make it seem like it never happened. So,
and I mean, when he said that shit about Cam's lawsuit thing, is almost kind of like shits on his whole overarching theme, because it's like you bringing up a lawsuit you know can't happen. So what else are you saying that is not really real? You know what I'm saying?
That's what it was just like. It's
on whose part?
On Cam's part, like, because like if
on his allegations.
Well, no, I do believe that Cam thinks that he can get a lawsuit popping.
I don't think
you can sue
I think
anybody.
he believes it, but
winning is different.
But that's stupid. If he believes that, then he's already.
But you gotta understand, with all this shit going on with with Diddy and Giddy, and
it's pretty crazy right now.
It's a lot of Diddy's, and you know what I mean.
Niggas don't even,
So it's like, nigga, don't play with me like that. I'm Killer Cam. Like, that's just how we thinking. I'ma sue you, nigga.
Is Melyssa Ford a citizen or she have a green card?
I don't know, honestly.
Because that was kind of fucked up to say. Because like threatening a nigga with ICE when they're not citizens is pretty crazy.
But I mean, ain't nothing you can really do.
Cam started sounding,
you can't do nothing.
You started sounding very patriotic.
He did.
Sound like you wanted to build that wall around there.
He did. So it's like,
I think she's still Canadian.
She's still Canadian. She might be on a work visa.
Oh, we just let them come in.
She might have a green card.
Or work green card or some shit like that.
She's still a working girl?
Permanent resident card, yeah. Some shit like that.
Yeah, because she was in California and Joe convinced her to come to New York to do the podcast in general. Yeah. So yeah, she probably got some sort of permanent residency.
And that just says actress. What acting credits does she have?
She has acting credits. She acts in a few movies.
She was in movies?
She's in a bunch. Yeah,
she probably was.
Yeah.
Because they video vixens were in a lot of movies back in the night. Like that was when we actually had a lot of movies to even pick from. Like
everything can just be like horror related now. It's fucked up.
Yeah, low key, yeah.
I wonder what you,
don't even worry about it.
What movies?
I was kind of hoping it would be more
co-starred in Pimps and Hoes.
But when you brought that up though, I was kind of hoping that it would be like a green light. Like if she leaned into, maybe not leaned into the, yes, I did do this in the bathroom, but like that kind of frees you. You know,
to speak about more.
It's a freeing thing. Like because that could have been the one thing that prevented her from going in on these
on other things,
on these topics and the people that are surrounding these topics. somebody might say that shit that I was doing that I might have been doing back in the day. But now that it's been brought up, it's kind of freeing. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing you've been hiding.
Once you feel like you can take the punch and like they don't have the power to knock you out, you feel comfortable getting closer.
Right. So now it's like, so I don't know. We might see a more vocal or a more hard stance M4 in the future.
Maybe. I don't know, because it's like, do you only do that one time? Like, you only fuck in the bathroom one time for $2,000? So it's probably more dark secrets.
Yeah, that's another
And it's
thing
like,
too.
but she's not that type of girl. Like, I can't even see her doing that. Like, it's more of a...
Yeah, see, that's the scary thing too, because we don't know what happened. We don't know if this is true, because say that was just say this is true and that was a one-time occurrence. She's free. But what if this is one of 25?
Then it's like, I feel like it's kind of the same at that point.
You think so?
Yeah, like, all right, so what's the difference between she fucked 5 dudes for money versus she fucked 15 dudes? Like, obviously there's 10 more niggas, but you fuck for money at this point in time. Like,
yeah, but
our perception of you doesn't change
There's
that
a
much.
difference between hard times and like the other shit.
Career.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like
one is just like, all right,
one or
hard
two,
times.
she might have been down bad.
You get on video vixens, they don't get paid like all the time.
But like 10 to 20, it's like, no, you maintain this even with the videos. Like, this is just another source of income.
You got to think about what that does to her career when, like, you're talking on a podcast, so it's like your word means everything. Your opinion means everything. Who cares about a slut's opinion? Like, nigga, nobody cares about that shit. Like, who watches? Mia Khalifa tries to get people to hear what she has to say.
Oh my God.
Where has that gotten?
They hate when she fucking talks.
And I think she's fully accepted of her wholeness.
I think she shot herself in the foot with a lot of shit. I don't think it was just her being a hoe.
It's a little
different. She's come out and said, like, just blatantly stupid shit.
But
what hoes do.
But I think in general, it is hard for a porn star's opinion to be taken seriously by the masses. Even though Mia Khalifa did a lot of goofy shit. Like,
she did so much goofy shit. She fucked herself up.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Like, she does goofy shit like just as like a recreational sport.
She's like Meek Mill when it comes to just being unfortunate and cringy situations.
She's always on the bad side of the internet. Always.
But
bro.
these are different industries that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Can we really even compare those?
They are very different.
That's very different.
It's kind of like it's kind of like gangsters being on the internet now. It's like we don't know what they were doing.
I think one of the bigger problems with why the backlash came for her too is she does the thing that all women do. They don't take accountability and give like a real apology. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Okay, Leah, let's start a